One of the talks I gave in the last few days is working with AbbVie is to start to introduce the audience to the idea of tau as a therapeutic target. You know, the field, and you come to this conference, has been dominated by amyloid, all amyloid for pretty much a decade. I think we are welcoming new ideas and new thoughts. And I think the reality is that tau has been thought of as more difficult to go after because it's an intraneuronal, intracellular target. So now we're starting to see multiple companies coming to the idea of maybe we create a monoclonal antibody to bind to the extracellular tau that is released from neurons in a way to stop the neuron-to-neuron spread of the hyperphosphorylated tau. So the talk was really kind of introducing the audience to the idea of tau as a therapeutic target, talk about the biology of tau, talk about the monoclonal antibody potentially as a new therapeutic area of interest. I don't think people have given up on amyloid. I think we're starting to say and think, I actually started to look at Alzheimer's dementia or Alzheimer's disease as a biphasic disease, kind of a pre-symptomatic amyloid-driven phase and a tau-tangled symptomatic phase. So we know that cognitive decline and cognitive progression correlates very, very well with tangles and not with amyloid. So there's been a trend to move monoclonal antibodies for amyloid and beta amyloid cleaving enzyme inhibitors into earlier and earlier studies, particularly in the pre-symptomatic or early symptomatic MCI phases. It will probably make sense that we do that in those phases and then tangle-driven approaches in the more symptomatic phase.